Talking all things entertainment, this is Sherri Pullum in the studio with Dreamers Unite. Hey Dreamers, and welcome to In the Studio with Dreamers Unite. Thank you so much for coming to this channel. You know how I feel. I just am grateful and honored every time you come to spend time with me. Well, we have an exciting show for you today. And I know you say, you know, Sherri, every time you say that, because yeah, that's right. They are all exciting. And this guest, well, he's an entrepreneur. He's from Ghana and he is here. He's a co-founder of Greenhaus Boutique. And really, I think his mission is to bring wealth or health and wealth, but to bring health and wellness through his CBD products, right?
100%.
And wouldn't be bad to bring some wealth too, okay?
Definitely.
Yeah, so Vladimir Mperey is joining me today, and I can't wait to take this deep dive into your journey and into CBD products.
Yes.
So we have been chatting a little bit, Dreamers, offline. I'm getting to know him. What an interesting journey. So let's start. I want you to share a little bit about coming from Ghana and coming here at 13.
So coming from Ghana was because due to my father traveling a lot, we never got to see him. So, you know, the last place that he was in Russia before he came to the United States, and he was trying to get us here because my mom was not going to Russia. So that was not happening. So she was like, all right, well, America we can do. So you're going to approve the whole family, you know. So he did well. He did well. Put us in the best schools out there. My brother and I ended up going to boarding school. Went to military school as well. So by the boarding school just makes you into, you have no choice but you have to grow up, right? You're a 5-year-old in boarding school, you're gonna grow up fast, like, because there's no parents, there is nobody there except for one guy in charge of 100 kids. So.
Wow, okay, wait a minute. Vladimir,
Yeah.
Would you like Vlad or Vladimir?
Yeah, Vlad is good.
Vlad, okay, wait a minute. So when you said you were in boarding school, I don't know, I just was thinking you were a little bit older, even though I know you came here at 13,
yeah.
but I don't know, maybe I was thinking like 8, 9, 10 maybe. You were 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was good because then it's, you know, it's like you get to see the other parts because there's kids from all over the world in that school, you know, so it made you humble at the same time of learning other people's culture and other parts of the world, you know, because Ghana's a big melting pot. You know, Ghana took in a lot of refugees, so it's always been one of the African nations that are able to just say, hey, all are welcome. So it kind of opened up the doors. Even to now, it's even getting very innovative of how they're doing things. So it just basically I came with it. I came with it, you know, and it just it put me into survival mode because I've always been I don't like following the crowd. I've been that type. I'm not a peer pressure kid. I was never that type of guy, and I'm still not. You know, even though I'm in my 40s, I just make a decision on my own. If it's good, then I'll do it. But if it's not going to benefit me or benefit you, it's just for the splurge, then I'm not going to do it because somebody gets hurt at the end of the day. So it's just, I learned at a very young age. So it's just made me into a better person and, you know, college dropout. You know, because like I went to school.
All right.
Yeah, you know, I have to follow my father's footsteps doing engineering things, and I started doing it, but it's just I couldn't. You know, those forces pulling me out, and I had to get out. So
well, you had to live your
path,
your
100%.
purpose. So speaking of you, you know, being the person that is determined to listen to your own voice and not other people, let's talk about you coming here at 13, and let's fast forward to you are living your dream and in your purpose with Greenhaus Boutique and providing CBD products for health and wellness benefits.
100%. Yeah, it's been a long journey, but it kind of brought me here, and that was like right after the pandemic when everybody was getting off crazy. Basically, the country was shifted in different directions, and I started using the product because I was having a very big back pain, and all of a sudden my pain was gone. And then I forgot about it, because it's something that is not addictive. So when you take it and your pain is gone, you're not going to take it again. So your mind is like, oh, I'm healed, but I'm just going to go about my business. So a week went by, and then I was in my bathroom. I opened my mirror, and I was like, I'll be damned. And it just stared at me. And I don't know what happened. The bottle was talking to me. It was just like.
Could it have been the CBD?
It could have, right.
Okay,
it probably was. But I wasn't even like, I didn't take anything. It was just like, hey, you forgot about me. And I was like, oh man. So I looked up at the bottle, and then I went into the living room. My wife was sitting there. I was like, I'm going to open up a CBD business. She's like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh, all of a sudden your back pain is gone. You're going to open up a CBD business? I was like, yeah. I'm like, everybody got to know about this. She's like, how are you going to do it? I was like, I got this, Wow. So I was like, sit down. Let me explain to you how this is going to work, So, she sat down. She heard me out. I'm like, we're coming out of the pandemic. A lot of people are looking for something that is natural. And a lot of people are in pain. There's a lot of anxiety. People have been cooped up for so long that even the animals cannot even be detached from them, right? So it's like, what can we put out there, and how has it helped our lives that we can also give away doing that? So in that being said, I just went to war and just on the books. Called my brother. I was like, hey, Mike, I'm opening up a CBD shop. He's like, I'm in. I'm like, what? I was like, bro, you didn't even hear me. He's like, whatever you're doing, I know you got us. You're in. I was like, go home, talk to your wife. If she approves, then you're in. Because he's like, why? I'm like, because I wanted to be a family business.
I love that. Go home and talk to your wife.
Right.
Hear that, all you spouses out there. Make sure you're checking in with your partners.
You have to. And that is the key. That the partners were very helpful.
Yeah.
And I brought in my best friend at the time. Told him the same thing, and we all joined it together because me having a construction background and being a GC. I'm able to get things done faster, right? So once we decided, we all just start hitting the books to learn more in depth about the plant, because we weren't cannabis users, right? But we know that the product works, so we had to basically show and learn and use more of the product so we can understand it more, and then give it out back to the people. So from the date that I decided that I was going to do the business, it took me like less than 3 months. Wow. Found a place, did my construction in 3 weeks, and I was open.
Unbelievable. And I went actually about, was it 2 or 3 weeks ago?
The second location,
and what in the second location, you hear that, Dreamers, number 2. And we're going to talk about that, where the location is. Okay. What I really was, I was impressed by everything I saw and was there, but I love the education piece. So talk about a little bit about that, because what I understand, you and your brother are really trying to educate people about the CBD use and the benefits.
And the benefits, yeah. So it's, even just a small thing like the pets, right? Like my wife, she's a veterinarian, right? So we brought that aspect of the doctor part of it in, where any product that we brought in was vetted, and we all did our due diligence to make sure that the things that we're putting out there are there to help, not just to make money, but to actually help and affect people. And then we realized that a lot of people that came in came in for help and they really needed help. You know, people were really depressed. Some people were going through a marriage problem, and just like it just was a place that people can come and say, hey, do you have anything that can help me cope?
Wow.
I just don't like taking the drugs that they're giving me. So that transpired in having a conversation, figuring out their need. So it's like people come there to get free therapist advice, which is crazy because it made my brother and I more wiser and actually more open and understanding the process of how this plant works, and it's very, very powerful.
Well,
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about how, because we were talking offline too,
Right.
a little bit about the plant and
Right.
how it works. So talk a little bit how it does work
Right.
and neutralizes and balances the body.
Right.
So you speak on that.
Right.
I just know what I heard.
Right. So when it comes to marijuana and hemp, right, it becomes one of those things that marijuana is always bad, but truthfully it's not. Anything that you abuse is bad, right? His job is to heal you, you know, and get you those benefits that you are supposed to get in your body, right? But again, our body is full of chemicals. Now trying to undo it's a lot. So now that's where comes the healing part of the plant, right? Because it's the transparent to the CBD part, which doesn't get you high. You know, it's for balance, the CBN for rest, you know. And then when you come to the THC actually helps you rest at a very low dosage, right? So not only, like some of the gummies that we have, this one of my favorites one that we have is made by Chris from Nama, and he has Nama Sleep. So, and he has an amazing story as well. But it's just finding people that are genuine, wanting to help people, right? So every single product in our store, we make sure that even the people that we're dealing with have a story, and something that's more effective. Because then I actually believe in you, and I believe in your product, and I believe in what you put in on our shelves to give back to people. So it's just a lot of education, and then educating people about the difference between marijuana. That hey, you know there is an indica. If you feel like you need a good night rest, you can take that. You can take sativa if you want to be focused. So all the strains have a place, but again, it's all on dosage. You know, at 2 milligrams of THC that I put in my coffee every morning, for me, that's my focus, right? Because I'm drinking my coffee, I don't crash, and I have 2 milligrams of THC drops in there. I'm not high, I'm just about my business, right? So it's just about learning about how we can consume this product and have a better effect on us than actually doing the damage, because it can heal you and also destroy you at the same time. And people don't get that, and that is what, like, it takes a lot of energy and a lot of time explaining, and they're like, oh man, I didn't look at it that way. You know, I feel like if I looked at it that way, I wouldn't have damaged my brain cells, and it will damage your brain cells at a young age. That's why our parents always said, don't smoke, don't smoke, don't smoke. Regardless if you are 18-year-old smoking marijuana, that is bad, you know, because your brain has not been completely fully developed yet. So there is science to prove that, you know, and people know that. I mean, you know, the tobacco industry knows about that. They're destroying our lives every day. The liquor company knows that, and it's so factual that now that marijuana came, liquor sales and tobacco sales has gone down. Right?
Interesting.
Right. Because everybody's like, oh man, it's legal now. So look how much the marijuana industry is making right now. Anytime a store pops up, in less than 6 months, $12 million. How?
Yeah.
Like, how many people are smoking?
Yeah, and also, what's
it's
also
crazy.
interesting, I don't know what the crime rate stats are, or if
It's probably
gone
low.
down. I would imagine,
it went down
right?
because
it's going down.
It's calming a lot of people down, right? And for me, anytime a cop pulls somebody over, not because they were high, because they smell marijuana. That's the bottom truth, right? You're not going to say, oh, we had somebody get high on weed and then crash their car. There's no facts about that, right? Or any evil thing that must happen. the plant didn't do that, because if you are high, or anytime you take THC, it puts you into that rest stage where it's like, okay, I know I might get to you one day, but right now I just want to chill. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't have that liquor tendency where if you drink alcohol, somebody pushes you a little bit, you get upset, you get angry. No, the plant is like, hey, you good? We good? All right. You know, it's just that simple. It's night and day.
And really what you are educating people on is safe usage. Like you just said, if you abuse it, if you can take it to a level that I know Vlad is not saying get out there and smoke or take product and drive and all that, because Vlad said I won't get in trouble, I will not crash. But really you're saying, you know, the doses, and it's really the CBD that's the focus and not the THC. Is that what you're saying?
Right, so the CBD, because anytime you high, right, and you take CBD will kill that high. CBD is...
Because there's a difference between the CBD and the THC. Can you explain that?
So CBD is hemp-based, right? Hemp is the male plant. So the male plant only has 0.3% THC, which is very low, not enough to get you high. But just to say, hey, I'm here, you know, nothing crazy. But then you have the female plant, which is marijuana, very powerful, has many different... Just like a woman, has like all kind of beautiful components attached to them, right? It's like their mind. It's like it's just as beautiful, right? Because it is the God, right? It's like men worship women, so that is the plant. So it's just that is what gets you that euphoria, you know. But the CBD doesn't. So that's why they use the hemp to make like CBD. They use it to make creams and the fabrics and even the hempcrete. So it's only not only it's feeding you, putting clothes on your back, but also infrastructure, right?
Right.
So that means that it's very effective.
Right.
So if a lot of people did that, we wouldn't have an economy. I mean, the government makes it seem that it's all about smoking. Everybody's going to walk in the street and get high. I haven't seen that since dispensaries opened up.
Right.
Because we have different mentality now.
Well, and I also want to ask you, really, like, what are your products? So I was at your establishment at the boutique, and it was more edibles. It was more cream-based. It was more external. Well, unless I missed something, I don't remember seeing any. I know there was teas and drinks and all of that, but I didn't see anything with smoking. Right. So
even the smoking that we did have, it's in a really, really fancy bottle.
Okay.
So it's this hemp that we have. It's made by Amiela. Amiela is an amazing company. They're based out of North Carolina. It's indigenous people.
Got it.
Native to America, but they are black. And they finally fought for their rights to get their land, which is about, I think it's about over 3,000 people.
Wow.
Now on 100-acre land, and they have a hemp farm, and they're producing this product out. You know, that's what, like, sometimes you see like Charlemagne the God, they're like, you know, talk about me. That's one of his family member.
Oh, amazing.
So it's like, it's bringing in quality products. And then the flower, people know that we have it, so we don't advertise it. That's why, like you said, the boutique, right? It's very clean. So sometimes people come in there, they're like, what is this? Right? They think it's a jewelry shop. Is it an art studio?
Right.
Like,
well, you have art.
We have the art. So so then they're like, y'all saw gummies here? Like, yeah. It's like, you can go and touch it. You can go and look at it, take it, read it, you know, and then we actually, you know, we answer any question that you have. So it's just making people feel like they come to a place that they can just relax and not be like they are coming there for you to sell them something.
Right. Yeah. And like I said, what I did really appreciate is you really kind of take people like on a tour. I was on a tour, and you really explained each product, the benefits of it. But again, and I want to say this again, is that what you're really about is promoting health and wellness and making impact in community and the world through health and wellness through CBD products. Not promoting like get high, but promoting health and wellness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's the number one thing, you know, having like an internal family arthritis curse that has kind of taken me from, you know, I wanted to become a professional soccer player. So for me, that was like live, breathe, that's all I had, I didn't think about nothing else, but it's just, God has different plans, so you just got to keep on pivoting.
Yeah, but you know what? Without, like you said, all that pain.
Yeah, all that pain is just crazy.
That pain was your gain.
My pain was my gain, and it just, it's like, it's there, but what it does is just tells the pain that you are not supposed to come out this bottle, you know what I'm saying? It's like, just stay in there. Just stay in there.
Yeah.
And that's what CBD does. It relaxes the muscles as well.
Okay.
Right? So not only you getting that balance, you also slowing you down a little bit, because we have a tendency of just going every day, like in and out. We don't slow down. So you get to think a little bit much clearer at the same time.
Wow.
So not only it does balance, focus, it's just great for the mind. If somebody has an anxiety, and especially a lot of people have an anxiety, and that's the number one customers are anxiety, sleep, and back.
Wow.
Because people have that 3 common issue on a daily basis, right? Everybody knows somebody that got a back problem. It's like you sleep, my neck. It's like we all got so
my shoulder. I slept wrong. Yeah.
So what can we find and what can we give you to help you throughout that pain process, right? So you don't have to, because you're going to take pills, yes, but that is just going to damage you. But you can take something that is natural. You can use it topical, or you can ingest the oil, and the oil does not do no damage to you.
Got it.
It just heals you. So it's just doing stuff on a consistency, you get that result. But when people always say, oh, the CBD didn't work for me, well, you did it one time. Did you actually let the plant do the job, or did you do the job for the plant? By meaning that you just feel like, oh, it didn't work this time, so I'm not going to use it. You have to use it consistently for it to work.
And to see. Right.
But like for someone that has anxiety, if they take it, that kind of depletes slowly, and it's gone.
Right.
So yeah.
And now you also offer samples too,
all the time.
right?
Yeah, we give them samples as well. Like as you said, when you came in, we did that little walk. We try to always say, like, we start them from the beauty and pain management,
Right.
and then we take you to the pet section a little bit, and then we get to the fun side, which is the sleep and, a little bit euphoria, and then you have the drink section. So it's just, and it's not overwhelming at all, right? I mean, it's just very, very simple.
And you're not pushing anything on anyone.
Exactly.
And that's the other thing.
Yeah.
It's like, at the end of the day, when you're trying to have an alternative,
Right.
maybe, if Western medicine doesn't work for you,
Right.
maybe there's an alternative
Right.
where a plant-based, or maybe it's working hand in hand. Really what you're offering is saying, be open, at least get educated. And I always like to tell people to do your research too for yourself.
Do your
right?
research, and that's very important, because
Right.
that is, like, I might be telling you something, but I don't know it all, right? So
Right.
just like you always go to the doctor, get a second opinion, always do. And the facts are there. I mean, Google is a great source of...
Didn't you say that was your university?
I went to University of Google, and I tell
love
you,
that.
it's helped me to where I've been. So don't get it twisted, people. Do your research, and don't believe just everything. Just try to get your own facts, and when you do use a product, use it in a way that is more effective. So, if you're taking a sleeping gummy, don't take it and then go to sleep and you say it didn't work. Well, you took it and you went to sleep.
Right. And like you said, be responsible.
Be responsible of it.
Yeah,
So it's just make sure you read about it, because I would tell you about it, but when you get home, it's like, okay, let me take it 45 minutes before, because anytime you take a gummy, it doesn't matter of any shape or form. The reaction is, if you're on an empty stomach, probably like 40 to 45 minutes. On a full stomach, 45 to an hour before it affects you. So this is the reason why a lot of people get into trouble when they take a THC edible, is, it didn't work, so I take another one.
Oh.
And then it's too late.
Now you're in trouble.
Because when it hits, it's double back. Like you are like tripping, like you are,
and that's not the point.
That's not the point, and
well,
it's not fun.
for some people it might be.
For some people it might be.
You're saying that's not,
But the reason why I brought that up is to say this: those people that come to me, I have to break that apart and explain to them that you don't consume THC in that manner.
That's right.
Right. So the first time you had a bad experience, you think that because that bad experience is the plant is bad, right? That the THC is bad, hemp is bad. No, it's just the way you went about it and consumed the product. So now I have to break that and be like, no, at low dosage, especially, we do have a lot of products that are introductory to people that want to have some THC in the to consume it. So and mostly it's the moms, because they want to, they have a long day, they like,
wow.
They want to be right.
Yeah. The moms.
No, it's like yeah. That's why cannabis moms are one of the biggest and greatest, right? Because without women and without the moms, forget about it. Most shoppers are women, and they come in and they'll get stuff for even their boyfriend, their partners, and that is the truth. That's 80% of our shoppers.
Wow.
Because it's like, I feel like, women has a nature of more of a caring, right? Because so that kind of make businesses run. But people don't think about that, right?
And probably, like you said, the moms are coming in too, right. When they come into your establishment too, they're thinking, okay, wellness, what's
right.
going to be
what's
the benefits?
Right.
How can I use this in a responsible way?
Yeah.
Right. You have definitely opened my eyes to some things, and I hope, dreamers, that Vlad has opened your eyes. Tell people where they can find out about you, where you're located. You may be coming all over the world soon. I mean, who knows? You did this in 3 weeks, 3 months?
3 months, right?
3 months.
Yeah. So you can find us at 200 Main Street, Fort Lee, New Jersey. That's our first location, and the second one is at 6 East Palisades Ave in Inglewood, right down the street, in the heart of the town. So is the one in Fort Lee. Both locations are beautiful, and all are welcome. It's like an art gallery, and we always do give you free sample of coffee. So you can get it infused or not infused. It's Starbucks coffee. Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Not that we're really trying to promote.
We're not trying to promote,
SB.
right? The SB, but it's just they have good quality coffee, and now I'm able to bring in other things. The Inglewood store, what we do is now we're starting to do infused dinners. So on the weekends, you can come in and get like tapas-style dinners, and we do make the drinks in-house. So it's just for a place where people can come hang out and distress. So it's like I'm trying to bring that food vibe into that space. So
and more of a community
vibe, and people love it. So
awesome. And do you offer anything online?
Online, yes. We have the website.
You want to tell people where to go for that?
Yes, that is greenhausboutique.com. And then also our IG is also at Greenhaus Boutique. So you can find us both on there. We do deliver as well, and we have DoorDash. So if you order something online, DoorDash will deliver it to you, and we can ship across 50 states. That is the awesome part about all this. So you can get CBD because it's federally legal, right? And it's under the Farm Bill. So, let's not get that confused with marijuana, which is not. So, it's with hemp, you can fly with it. When it comes to marijuana, it's a different story. So some states are still not completely yet. But our gracious, beautiful state, it's allowing doors to be open for people, and people are taking advantage of it, and they're taking a good advantage of it. So it's just, we're in a new age right now, and I feel like coming out of the epidemic, this is what we needed for everybody, to just bring the peace. I think that's what it was, to bring the peace, because there's so much chaos going on. Just smoke a joint, have an edible, have a drink, sit back and relax, right? That's
from Vlad. Okay, there's a nugget for you right there.
That's a nugget, right?
Boom, that's Vlad's nugget for you.
Yeah, 100%.
That is funny.
Yeah.
So this is, of course, dreamers, right?
Yes.
And uniting dreamers, and you are living your dream. You're in your purpose.
Yes.
So what if someone else, wants to get into maybe the CBD business,
right.
or just to be an entrepreneur? I mean, again, you've been an entrepreneur. You had a construction business. Now you were in pain, and Eureka, the bottle was talking to you, and you were like, I'm gonna go. I'm doing it. Yeah. So what kind of tangible steps? We'll start with the business first, and then if someone were interested, perhaps, in going into a CBD business, what offering can you give? So let's start first with a small business. Give them maybe a tip or two, something that you really learned in starting your own business.
So the biggest thing is, especially coming into the CBD world, there's a reason why I opened up a consulting company just for this, so because I get a lot of people coming to me and trying to figure out how I did it, right? It's at some point that fear have to be gone, right? And you just have to just move and believe that once you do it, everything is going to line up, right? So for me, it took me a while to get that. And once I figured that out, I haven't stopped. Wow. That's the way I operate. And God has just been a blessing towards that, because like that little small still voice that's in my head, I do listen to that a lot, and it's gotten me out of trouble multiple times. So that is on the business side, and people want to be an entrepreneur. I mean, just don't be afraid, right? Somebody's always going to tell you no. It doesn't matter. For me, I had a great job, quit my job, decided to just go start a construction company because I think I thought I could do it better, right? And I did, right? But then it's, at the end of the day, you are still in the world of people that are greedy and are not fair. So, if you don't be careful, you can, even at your highest, and you're just moving so fast that you don't stop to think and slow down, right? Because you got to just stop. Yeah. Stop and think and slow down, because that right there will just, you can fall so fast that you wouldn't be able to get back up, right? But once you stop and think and slow down in that order, right, you're going to fall, but not so far down. You're going to be like, all right, I got this. All right, what happened here? We're not going to do that again. So
that's right. You learned the lesson.
You learned the lesson, and so it's learning the lessons that has made me who I am.
Yeah.
I learned a lot of lessons.
You learned a lot of lessons. Give me some of that. Okay, me too. Okay, you don't know this, Vlad, but we catch a lot of golden nuggets here. I know we threw out one you said earlier, but okay, I'm catching this nugget from you. Okay, dreamers. First of all, put aside the fear, right, Vlad? Put aside the fear and just move forward. And as you move forward, sometimes you gotta stop, think and slow down. Okay? And then, what did Vlad do? Shifted in his seat. And he said, and then I learned a lesson, and a valuable one. So look, Vlad, I'm taking it from you. Boom. And boom. Again, dreamers, for you to catch those double nuggets.
Yeah,
and
100%.
now really a triple.
Yeah, triple. Yeah, just get it. It's like, I mean, it's not always going to go the way that you want.
That's right.
But it's the biggest thing about being in business is learning how to pivot and when to pivot.
Okay.
Right. And people don't understand the reason why I said that, because when we even opened up the second store, I had to pivot very quick, because after 3 weeks we opened up the store, I was like, 1 or 2 clients, I wasn't happy. My brother's like, Vlad, we just opened up the store. It's like, it's not even a week. What are you crying about? You worry about no customers? I was like, Mike, no, there's something wrong here. I was like, there's something wrong in this town. I got to figure this out. I just need you guys to just leave me alone. And that's what's great about my brother and his wife. I have great partners where we get each other and we just rely on each other, right? So it's like, we communicate about everything. If something happens, it's like, it's this person is there. Everything is in-house. We all have our own strengths and weaknesses, and we use them to help our business.
That's beautiful.
So that being said, it's like nobody can penetrate it from the outside, because I made it so airtight that is it. Like, it's not...
You're there. You're like there. I love the fact, like, it's a family-run business. I know your dad must be
he's joyed. Yeah,
overjoyed, the moon with joy.
And it was hard for me, an African kid, telling my African father, "I'm going to sell marijuana for a living."
That is
right?
funny.
So
Oh,
and then,
God, I wish your
you
dad could be here
oh
for
my
that.
God, it was just, my mind, and that was my brother. My brother's like, what are you gonna do? I was like, Mike, we grown. What do you mean, what am I gonna do? Like, am I gonna be afraid to tell my father? And I sat my dad down. And I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. He's like, oh, what do you mean, like Indian help, get you high? I should have used the African accent.
I was going to say, you should have. That's what I really was expecting, the African accent coming.
Right. So no, and then I explained to him exactly
the benefits
of
really
everything.
doing.
And he has a big arthritis problem as well. So I was like, here, use it. He used the products, like, oh man, great. Tells all his friends about it, people from church.
Wow.
Because again, we were so damaged by it that it's like, you smoke marijuana, you go to jail. You smoke marijuana, you die. Smoke marijuana, you go to jail, you smoke marijuana. It's like, their song was like, they sang the song so much that parents were terrified. Your kid can be having seizures.
And there wasn't a health
It wasn't a health benefit, no.
I mean, there has been studies and research that have tried to bring that, not to cut you off, benefit in. But I think, too, there was no real understanding or any education around it to understand. And a lot of people were smoking marijuana just to get high.
Just to get high.
So there was that too.
There was that too.
Right? But, as you see the benefits, and this has been, studies have been done on this for a long time, and it's really sometimes taken seriously, sometimes not. But as now it's accessible because it is legal in many states.
Many states,
So people are trying it and hopefully being responsible through education, and there really can be some wonderful benefits of health and wellness. And that is what you, Vlad, are providing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
We are, and as usual, like, did I not tell you were going to have a good time here?
I had a great time.
Yeah, see, he thought he was going to be so nervous. I'm like,
I thought I was going to bomb.
You are so good. And so you're not done yet, but I'm going to move to our next segment.
Okay.
But I'm going to invite you to come back.
Sure, thank you. I appreciate that.
We will, by then you'll probably be on store number 15.
God
Maybe
willing.
I'll get the chance to fly to, I don't know, Ghana or Russia or something.
And we are doing
something
in Ghana as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So
well,
Ghana
invite
just
dreamers.
And we're
right team, dream team. Don't you want to go to Ghana? Look at this.
Actually, I'm going to get you guys to come. And I think that would be great because you guys will love it. Sandra is coming and as well. So
Sandra's coming too?
I'm bringing Sandra there, the whole Billion family.
Okay, we're family too. Okay.
You guys are family.
Dream team.
So the dream team is, going to Ghana. You're going to catch up on that.
Stay tuned.
Look
at that. My dream team is like this. Nicole, you missed it. You walked out a little early. We're going to Ghana. Andre Ward came here. He was writing us a song. Andre, I'm still looking for our song. There's so many great guests that have come that we're doing some big things. But I have to say, Ghana, won't you say, took the cake today. So we're going to be looking forward to that. We are going to set up now for our question. So we have a question from someone from our dreamer community.
Oh, awesome.
That's going to be asking you something. So next, question and answer with Vlad. All righty, Vlad, are you ready for a question from our dreamer community?
Sure.
All right, team, so let's cue it up.
Hi, Vlad. My question is, do you feel with the changes you have made in your life that you have finally found your true, authentic self?
Hi. Yes. Actually, yeah. I've 100% found myself. It took me 40 years to figure that out. So yes, I would say 100% to that question, yes.
And what do you think led, I'll do a follow-up question. Yeah. Thank you so much, caller, for that question, that brilliant question. How do you think, what led you to your truth or finding it?
Just actually trusting in God. That was my epiphany. That was my when I was going through a lot, and I could have even turned to my own products or turned to alcohol, but I chose to go the direction of God. So once I did that, that kind of changed everything around me, and it's been changing for the better. So I think that was what it was.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to say amen to that.
Thank you.
Yes, God, thank you. That's beautiful. Thank you for that.
You're welcome,
You
you're
almost
welcome.
make me tear up on that. Goodness, I need some Kleenex. Caller, I hope that answered your question. That was a beautiful, turning to God, trusting God. So perhaps that will be something that you will do as well. We are moving on now to our next segment, and we are going to play the dream game. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, dream game next. It is time for the dream game with Vladimir Mperey. So your first question, it's really easy. You know,
Okay.
a lot of times people get, like, really, when I say it's time for the dream game, everybody gets so nervous, like, dream game. It's all about you. So these are easy questions. So first of all, what was your childhood dream, and are you living it?
My childhood dream was I wanted to become a professional soccer player. Basically, trying to give a little financial freedom to my family. So I'm kind of living my dream. It's just when I pivot, I'm actually living a better dream. You know, so like what I envisioned was not true, but once I had the life experience, it gave me to just go for a better dream, and that's where I'm at now, just living the biggest dream that I can live right now. Yeah.
That is beautiful. And your setback was a set up.
Yeah, 100%.
For a comeback.
For a comeback, yeah.
You know, listen, having a dream come true, just the question, when you do have obstacles and finding our true self is difficult, sometimes even just finding your dream can be difficult.
Yeah.
So what were some of your biggest distractions or obstacles, and how did you overcome them?
Biggest distraction.
Or it?
I think my biggest, it wasn't a distraction. I want to say one of my thing that I always do is like I give a lot of myself to help people. So it hasn't been a distraction, more been like not being like kind of used and abused kind of, you know, like it's just like all I do is just help other people, right? But it's just the return on that is not always good. It's just, it hurts more than what is going out. So I think that is my
soft heart, maybe.
So yeah, that is my it's my not my downfall, but not anymore. You know, nobody's going to get away with anything right now. But it made me into a different person, and you know, molded me into a different man, basically. So now I'm more of like the newer, calmer, just, you know, if the kids are doing something crazy, instead of me screaming at them, I actually talk to them. Or if they did something bad, it's just like, what happened? How did you get there? What led you get there, right? It's like growing up, my dad would be like, no, don't touch that, right? It's like, because I said no. So so that's how I grew up, right? For me, it's I talk to them. I'm like, why? And then because they always go, so I don't like when my kids say, why? I don't let them do that, because I explain to you why. So you don't have to ask me why. And then you can make your own decision on how you're gonna go about it. You know, because if you do this bad, I'm gonna be upset. But if you do this, then you know. So I've already given you two options already.
Right.
So it's actually brought my kids and I close, and they're only 5 and 3 years old, and it's so crazy.
No wonder they're asking why.
And they're so intelligent, because like being a black father and a black entrepreneur with 2 black kids in the marijuana business.
Whoa.
Right, so I just listed that whole thing, right? In the marijuana business that we've been shunned for, we've been jailed for.
Yes.
Right? I have to explain to my kids, and I have to teach them that it's not bad. So they come to the CBD store, they understand perfectly about the business that I do. It's there to heal people. And they know that the gummy on the shelf is not a regular gummy that they buy in the store.
That's right.
Because they can tell the difference. And that's when parents come, I encourage them, do speak to your kids. Let them in. We're in 2023. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares if you smoke and when you're stressed out? Nobody cares about that. You are a functioning adult paying your bills. Why should you feel bad about getting something to help you distress? Don't ever feel bad for that, right? Because you pay your bills, you do everything that you gotta do, but you also need self-care, and we don't do that for ourselves. So yes, it's like encourage people, just educate your kids about it. You know, it will just open up the door for yourself and for your son and for your daughter, or you know, for whoever. You know, grandparents love it. Like, there is no age group. Like, everybody comes to the store, you know. So it becomes where it's like, and especially when I opened up in Fort Lee, a lot of people were like, you know, had a big Asian presence, right? So like, ain't you worried about the Asian presence? I was like, no. I was like, the plant is green, bro. It's just green. Marijuana, it has no face. It's not, marijuana is not jealous. Marijuana doesn't care what race you are. It just attracts everybody. And guess what? The hemp attracts everybody, because it doesn't matter, your great-grandmother, everybody came, and everybody still comes. And we have returning customers. So, and that keeps us afloat, because anybody that wants to come into this business thinking that it's a quick to get rich and not to help people, then it's not for you. Because the solely purpose of what we do is to help people. The money is second. Right?
So say that again, and your camera. That's your camera over there.
That's my camera?
Yeah, there you go. Say that again.
You know, it's
why you're in this business, to help people.
Exactly. The business is just that simple, right? We're in the CBD hemp business, is to help people, right? The money is second. So it's like being selfless. And by the way, I'm also a volunteer firefighter for my community in Fort Lee. Yeah. So not only I'm selfless, but being selfless is nothing else, but you have to understand that we humans are here to help each other out. There's nobody else. Like, there ain't no aliens to help you. Like, you cannot be mean to white, black, it doesn't matter. Just be nice to everybody, and then the world will be a better place.
That's right, because we're all human
We're all beings. It's just, we have one name. It's human beings.
That's right.
So that means we all connected in some way or form.
Yeah.
That connection is always there, but we just have to, like, get there. Once we get, I mean, I think if most people get there, everybody will be happier. The world will be a better place, and you know, it's something new. It's something old that it's not new, right?
Yeah, it's been around.
Right, it's been
around
for a long time. So it's just that the politicians still trying to drill that this is bad, this is bad. The facts does not hold up. Like, it's just that simple. You talk about pharmaceutical stuff that people get overdose on.
Absolutely.
You talk about liquor, like people are alcohol too. So
anything that you do that you're not responsible
for, you have to be responsible. You drink, you have to be responsible.
Absolutely.
But it's just, again, it's some people just take it a little bit too far, and it's the ones that takes it a little bit too far are, you know, the consequences that we're facing now. So it takes a lot of work to try to separate them too. You know, so like, get into the business, and I encourage everybody. A lot of people want to think that it's easy. It looks easy, but it's more like educating yourself to understand the plants, and once you understand it, you will be in line with everything about that business.
And obviously you have to work hard.
You have to work hard, yeah.
And as you said, your network is your net worth.
Your network is your net worth.
Ooh, that's another juicy one.
Yeah,
boom. That was from Vlad earlier. I just had to throw that in, like, really quick. Your network is your net worth. Yeah. So surrounding yourself also with really good people. Great people.
Oh, man.
Okay, this is our lead in to our next question. We'll get 2 more questions. So the just thanking the good people.
Right.
I just always believe gratitude is, you know, the practice of gratitude is huge. So this is your opportunity. You are getting your Dreamers Unite Award, and one day, yes, Dreamers, we will actually have an award to give. But who would you like to thank now? Who would you like to thank?
Well, apart from thanking God and Jesus,
That's important. Okay.
you know, like that is the utmost part. I just, you know, like my brother and his wife are very, very dear to my heart. I want to thank them, you know, because they've gone through with me through this journey, you know, of like having this dream and them attach themselves to it because they saw the vision, as well as my wife did, right? Because, and then my ex-best friend also did. So it was three of us, like my best friend, which I also give him a lot of credit as well, and his wife also saw the vision. So it was three of us. We saw a vision, and we, you know, we actually put our differences to the side and just try to help for the greater good. It's actually, my wife said something to me the other day. She's like, this is the only one business that you ever thought had an idea that you did that it makes sense.
Wow.
I created a turnkey business with my brother in less than a year.
Wow.
That we were able to duplicate and open a second store. Because not only that I have a full-time job, working for somebody else, my brother also has a full-time job. And he's an expert in his field as well as I am. I'm a construction manager for ServPro, you know, and we do, you know, I go to work, you know, and Mike is a senior construction official for Parsons, helping New Jersey Transit put all the technologies in the trains. Right? So, and his wife, she's an IT specialist for Marco Polo. She's the reason why when you log on to buy something on the website, you can get that in seconds. So, in-house team, right? We had the dream team. Kevin and his wife. Kevin is a chef, a very, very good chef. His wife, she's a marketing director for Hearts, the animal company.
Wow.
Like, what?
Wow.
You know, like the dream team, right? The dream team.
Like my dream
right?
team.
Like the dream, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you talk about dreamers.
Yeah.
When you talk about dreamers, this is what we talk about. Like dreaming it and actually executing it.
That's right.
And that's what dreaming is about. It's not about just, you know, as you said before, you know, this not kind of dreaming. It's like, oh, I'm dreaming about it. No. It's like, okay, oh, we're not playing. We just,
that's right.
we go to work.
Yeah, Vlad and I are talking about. We just want to be clear to demystify what everyone's a dreamer, but we're not talking about dreaming with your head's just in the clouds. You can start there
you can start
with the
there.
imagination, but we're talking about actionable steps. What do you do to have your dreams manifest? So my last question for you is, speaking of dreams, what's dream? We know Ghana, you want to tell a little bit about that, is on the horizon for you. So this is a community where we like to affirm and build together and grow together. So what can we affirm with you that's on the horizon?
So on the horizon, Greenhaus Ghana. Greenhaus Ghana is going to be coming up. We're trying to work it out, you know, again, with the amazing team with Sandra, DeCosta, and Ray, as you know them. It's again, they are like, I call them my backbone. Like, you know, they are, it's, again, when you talk about meeting people that are a blessing to you, and you actually are living in your blessing, then you understand what I'm talking about.
I understand. They are working with Sandra
and you guys already know. So it's you meet people that are there generally to help you and to see you succeed, right? So and they are selfless, right? So for me, it's like, again, the dream team, right? Your network, as we keep on saying, your network is your net worth. Do not be afraid to use it, right? It's take time out of your day. Take a week or like just one day and just join the Chambers of Commerce or something. Like just if you don't have to join, just pay $25 and just go and just listen to other businesses. You know, it doesn't take a lot of resources to just go listen to information about what other people are doing in an area. You know, so for me, I do a lot of networking, right? I love doing networking. I like to learn about other people because then that teaches me about myself. So for me, my country has gotten me to this far, and I'm like, I want to do something for my country. And I have a lot of family. Like, I have a lot of family. My older brother's down there as well. So our family, you know, our family does well, you know, but again, each of us have our own path. So and you know, my dad came out of 13 brothers and sisters, right?
Wow, big family.
So big family, you know, that's a big family on that side, and then my mom's side. So it's like, and it's everybody, and we talk about a family. Like it's not like finding family. It's more like,
I know, embracing
family. It's like,
I get it.
you know, so it's, and then it's because we were brought up on education, right? So it's like everybody's educated. Everybody's, you know, and I'm not talking about like educated with like master's or bachelor. I'm a college dropout. Okay, so trust me.
But you are educated.
I'm educated. I'm educated enough not to just, you know, and that was my choice of not going there.
That's right.
To finish because
you just have a different path.
I have a different path,
education.
and it couldn't teach me that path. So it was, you know, it's just, you got to know what you want, you know, and again, it's not about the money, because the main thing that people always thinks about is, oh, I want to open up a store, but what is the drive behind it? Right? It's not just about opening up a store, it's about the education part is the biggest part about all this. And the minute that somebody walks into my establishment, I don't care how they look, how they're dressed. I tell all my associates the same thing. It's a no judgment zone.
That's right. I love that.
It's a no judgment zone. I don't care if you don't have, and I tell them, if somebody comes and they don't have a lot of money, and they're like, I'm sorry, I don't, okay, give them a big discount enough to just, for they can pay it off. Don't stress about it. It's not, we're here for them, just so they understand that. Yeah. So all the associates are well versed and educated at what we do there and helping people, right? Because you need to surround yourself with people that can see your vision and execute it.
Yeah.
You know, so we putting our faith in them kind of make our business turn. And my brother and I are, and our family is just ecstatic as how this just happened and it's still going.
Well, let me tell you, Vlad, we are super proud of you here at Dreamers.
Thank you.
And we are not going to, listen, look, you have some witnesses in this room. We are going to Ghana. We're going to be broadcasting from there. I don't know how we're going to do it yet.
It's very easy.
But, well, we will be.
It's very easy.
Vlad, don't play with us. Don't play with us.
We got studios. We good.
We got studios. They have studios. We're on our way to Ghana. Vlad, I cannot thank you enough for all of your time, and you thought that this was going to be so hard. He was a little nervous, and I was like, do not be nervous. You're going to feel like we're on the living room couch or in your store or in your boutique. I've just really it's just been such a pleasure to get to know you.
Thank you,
and I'm
likewise.
looking forward to continued partnership, relationship, going to Ghana.
Going to Ghana.
And again, you're welcome back anytime. And Dreamers, I know that I know you want to continue to hear what Vlad has to say. And I'm going to have him back for sure. I thank you so much always. I'm always grateful every time you come to this channel. And please support us too. Follow us. You know, we all are a community. We're trying to build, uplift, inspire, hire, help you realize it's not just about dreaming with your head in the clouds, but when you have a dream, it can be actualized, and it can manifest through wonderful stories like Vlad's as well, and hearing it. What an incredible journey. So Dreamers, that is it for me for now. And I will see you again next time right here in the studio on Dreamers Unite.